اور میں ابھی دعوت دیتا ہوں جناب چودھری ایوب صاحب کو جو برٹش پارلیمنٹ کے ممبر بھی ہیں، بیرسٹر چودھری محمد ایوب صاحب جناب آپ سے ہے۔
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم۔ بزرگوں، دوستوں، distinguished guests, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I apologize for being delayed, but as you can imagine, British parliamentarians, and especially an independent MP in the whole of West Midlands, we have enormous events to go to, and we try our best to get to as many as we possibly can. Lekin, I think it's very important for someone who was born in a small village called Rata. I came to this country at a very young age. I qualified as a barrister, and I got involved in local politics because of justice, equality, and for pure humanity. And I was elected to the House of Parliament in July of last year with the support of the residents of the Peribad constituency. But I know that so many people, not only across the UK, but also in Pakistan and Azad Kashmir, were lobbying for me and supporting me because they felt so passionately about some of the international issues, but also local issues. Can I just say this? I think as a British parliamentarian, it's my responsibility, as anyone who has heritage in Azad Kashmir or Pakistan, to look at what's happening in that region and to see how policies and procedures that are being driven, how they will impact the diaspora in the UK and other parts of the world. So expats which live here want to know how policies are going to impact them directly. And for me, when I go around to all different political parties, I know this one, mashallah, was something that started off in 1931, I'm told. And so it's probably the oldest political movement, a democratic movement in Azad Kashmir. And for that, it carries enormous credit, because democracy is the way we are able to hold people to account. And so can I just leave a very short message, because I know that brothers have been waiting here quite a long time, but my key message is that if as a community we do not have continuous engagement with our youth in this country and the region which they have heritage in, we would have as a community, as political parties, failed enormously. And so whenever I go to all of the different events, my key message is, how do we improve the area of Azad Kashmir so that it is conducive and is attractive to our new generation, which at present are more likely to go to Morocco, Egypt, any of the Middle Eastern countries, but are refraining from going to Azad Kashmir. I'm glad to say that we are going to get the Pakistani International Airlines, which are going to be operating flights again. But what are we doing in terms of disputed land? What are we doing in terms of the justice system? How can we improve that? How can we get involvement from the British government to actually support that? £133 million is invested from the UK in aid to Pakistan. And so one of the roles and important thing which I will be doing is speaking to the government here to see how much of that £133 million should be allocated to Azad Kashmir, bearing in mind that out of 2 million population in this country, 1.5 million originate from Azad Kashmir. And so, if we are to give £133 million to Pakistan, what proportion of that finds its way into Azad Kashmir? And we need to champion that a large section of that money is invested in Azad Kashmir, so we can get, A&E hospitals. We don't have the public services there, which are important if we want to make sure that our future generation want to be welcome there, want to be able to get the services they need. And so with that message, I appreciate you giving me the time to say a few words, but I think we can work together across all different political parties to make sure that ultimately Azad Kashmir gets stronger, that we can make Pakistan stronger, that we can build on the relationships between the UK and Pakistan, which will be an enormous task, but it's one that will leave a legacy for our future generation where they feel welcome and they know that the systems there are synonymous to the systems that they are used to in this country. Thank you ever so much for giving me the time and opportunity to speak.
Thank you very much.